in the Valley. I'm Allison Ball Kilmer, and today I'm doing something simple that's a staple in most families, but my version of an amazing beef stew. So, beef stew, what's in my beef stew? Not very different from everybody else, just a little touch of mine. So we're just doing chunks of amazing beef. Meat is super important. What kind of meat? Amazing beef. Potatoes, carrots, peas, celery, of course a little wine. I mean, I could drink this whole thing, but I'm not right now, it's a little early. All the seasonings that you need, some beef broth, onions, garlic, thyme, parsley. Easy, simple, a great beef stew. Let's go over to the stove and get it cracking. We're gonna brown the meat, just a little bit of olive oil to coat the pan to cook the meat. So it's just to coat it, and then I'm gonna season my beef. Already cut up, I'm doing the lazy girl version. I don't want to cut all the meat, so I'm gonna put my essence, you know, the essence that you find on my website, my seasoning that I do, which has paprika and salt, pepper, thyme, all kind of stuff in it. You can find it on my website. So let's put these in. And what you want to do is you don't want to overcrowd the pan. That's super important with the meat because it won't brown properly. You don't have to cook it all the way. You just are browning it enough, cook it at least 3/4 through, because once we put everything in, it'll all cook together and saute together. I'm gonna do like one of these at a time. I'm putting 2 in, but 1 at a time. And once the meat starts getting a little brown, then I'll add flour in it. You know, some people dread their meat in flour. I don't, because I don't want to over flour it. I don't want it like a whole bunch of flour. I like to try to keep it lean and mean. So I just put a little flour in as I need it to thicken the sauce. You know what I mean? So simple as that. We're gonna brown this meat. Put a little bit more seasoning in, because you know I like my seasoning. All right, let it brown. I'm ready to take the meat off right now. And so what's great about this, the meat sauce with the flour will be in here when I start sauteing all the vegetables down. So it's all yummy and tasty. And the meat doesn't have to be completely cooked right now because it's being added back in, and it will cook with all the vegetables for hours. So this usually takes a really good, really tender beef stew takes about 2.5, 3 hours. It's not quick, but it is tasty. Okay, so I'm gonna put some onions. This is 1 onion chopped, diced, or whatever you wanna call it. I am going to do some celery, 4 pieces of celery chopped, 4 carrots, and I just love colorful carrots. I like all the different colors. You know me and the rainbow. I keep saying you gotta get your rainbow of vegetables. I'm gonna put a little bit more oil on top of these. I'm gonna add garlic too. Let's get the garlic in here. This is 2 or 3, I forgot, cloves of garlic I chopped. All right, and I'm gonna put a little salt and pepper. A little salt, a little pepper. All right, let's saute this down, and then we'll go from there. As these veggies saute, I'm just gonna drop some thyme in here. And you know what? You could either take pieces and go like that, or if you just wanna pick them out afterwards, the lazy girl cooking, just throw the hard darn thing in there, you know, just boom. And then before you serve them, you pull them out, really easy. And I think I'll put my bay leaf in there too. A couple of them. And you pull all that out right before you serve it. But it gets all the seasoning and the flavor and rustic flavor, and so good. All right, so now the vegetables have all sauteed down. I got all my herbs in there. I'm gonna add the meat back in. This is making me hungry. All right, I'm gonna mix all this together. Now we're building. Let me turn it down just a little bit to like medium low. All right, now I'm gonna do 2 dashes of Worcestershire sauce. That was 3, but don't count. I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. I love buying this tomato paste that I get in the tube already, instead of opening a can and wasting it. So I love this. So like 2 tablespoons. I hope it doesn't get all on my clothes. Usually when I cook, it's like all over me. And then like a 1/2 cup of red wine, whatever you have left over from drinking last night. Well, that's my house, that's right. Okay, and we're gonna mix it all up. So I'm gonna let this sit for about 5 minutes and kind of mix together. Then I'm gonna put my potatoes in and just build everything else in it. Some beef stock in a few minutes. And then it's ready to go in the oven for 2.5, 3 hours. It's simple as that. Just building in one pot. I love one pot cooking. It's not messy, it's easy, simple, and you don't have to clean up a whole bunch of stuff. All right, so the stew's kind of starting to form. The liquid has reduced down a little bit. Now I'm gonna add potatoes. I cut up 4 small potatoes, maybe 5, I can't remember, 4 or 5, depending on how many potatoes you like. And then I'm gonna put about a 1/2 cup of tomato sauce in here. I'm not gonna use the whole can. That's good. Okay, let's mix that a little bit. Oh yeah, it's thick. Woo, it's thick, baby. Then I'm gonna add beef stock. Really like 3 cups of beef stock, or depending on how your stock comes. Let's mix it with love, because you gotta remember, cooking is about love. Like, that's how I see cooking. It's just really putting all your love into your food and really making it special for your family and friends and whoever else you're feeding. Super, super important. I think it's super important that anytime you come into a home, that there is something special on the stove. Now, I'm a cooker. It's not for everybody. I know everybody doesn't love to cook, but that's why I started Allie in the Valley. So people who aren't used to cooking all the time fall in love with it, because if you have simple recipes that you know how to execute, like here at Allie in the Valley, then you'll love cooking. So it's not complicated. Okay, now that it's boiling, I am gonna throw the lid on and it's gonna go in the oven at 325 for 2.5, 3 hours. Let's do it. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, that's ready. All right, before I drop this, okay. All right, stew time, y'all. Stew time, 2.5, 3 hours. Now, okay, this is when you know it's ready. When the meat is just soft and beautiful and caramelized. You wanna make sure all the vegetables, look at that, super soft. So, very hot right now. I don't even know if I can taste it, but all right. Ooh, this is beautiful. You know what, stew, I don't know. It's like an American dish. It's perfect. Stew on a cold night, baby, nothing can beat stew. My kids are gonna eat this, like this is only gonna last for today. My kids are gonna come home and be like, yeah, stew. Oh my God. I'm not Allie in the Valley for nothing. This is the bomb. Everything's tender. Everything just falls apart, melts in your mouth. This stew is easy to make, easy to execute, and honestly, I have to say myself, it's absolutely delicious. You know where to get the recipe, allieinthevalley.com. If you like this video, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. I need your support so I can keep doing these videos. And everybody should know how to make the perfect stew, beef stew. See you on the next Allie in the Valley.